Yeah, hello guys, Cloudie here, checking in with the third and final update of August for 킹스레이드, which just is about to hit the servers or is in the process of hitting the servers. Not a terribly long update, but there is some quality of life updates here, so let's see what we have. First and foremost, new content, quote unquote, I guess, is the high ranked players honor rewards, which means that the top 3 people will be getting icons for the chat. Top 3 in League of Victory, League of Honor and World Boss, and then there is one for people in the top 1000, which is, well, not too hard to achieve, I guess, and that's like this little icon here, I guess. They do say that there will be a separate one for global and server ranking, so even if you are not in the global tops, just in the local ones, you can still get some fancy icons to flex on people in the in-game chat, which I usually don't spend too much time on anyway. But yeah, you can see these kind of icons now in game, so congrats to you guys who are getting them. Yeah, let's move on. Special event dungeons. So Juno's cooking quest is being rerun again, and I think we already had it this year. I'm pretty sure we farmed this year. It will have 3 story dungeons. You get 5 tickets on the start, and then you will receive 1 extra ticket every day. We will talk a bit more about this in its own page where they show more information. Moving on, Guild War Global Season will start after a brief interval once the regular Season 8 ends. So Season 8 is ending this Friday, actually, on the 3rd of September. And then Season 9 will start on the 10th. So we only get like 1 week of a break from Guild War, and after that it will run until the 19th of November. So right, there it goes. Repositorium changes, so the dispatch battles will now count for Repositorium. Easier for you folks who play on mobile phones and can't farm the game all day. So I guess this is a quality of life change, and good enough for that. Addition of September story and cutscenes to the monthly order. Isolette is being added. Looking forward to seeing her in her birthday stuff. I hope it's not just your regular happy chappy cutscenes, but we will see. Yeah, there was an issue with the Heroes Inn where Hilda and Shakmei wasn't appearing at the inn, and Vespa has fixed that now, and they are also sending out some compensation, a tier 5, I think it's a tier 5 hero selector ticket where you can select either of these if you don't own them, and if you already own them then you can turn it in for some rewards or something. Moving on, Satria will be the next challenge raid. As before, we are starting with near 2-week run for Satria in multiplayer raid, and then we get another near 2 weeks for the solo or single season. And they do say that they have adjusted the of course points will be reset, and they say that they have adjusted the Trader's Pledge penalties for this raid boss, so we don't know yet what exactly we will have. We'll have to wait for the game to come up. What we do see is that there was a change in the items that you can earn. You can see this is for the multi-shop, and they have decreased the amount of points required for certain items, almost all of them. The NPC unique weapon is quite nice, and they have added a new one called the boss artifact ticket, which will, upon use, you will be able to select and obtain one of the world boss Vel'Khazar and Shakmei artifact tickets, or artifacts. So yeah, that's alright. 60k. If you do not have the artifacts, then this can be pretty nice. Otherwise, NPC unique weapons, if you are building, there are plenty of NPCs that can be built and are useful, so it's kind of a choice now. Until now, I think it was mostly just the NPC stuff that was really good here. We'll see how many points you can even achieve now. I guess we find out after the servers come up again. Then there is the single shop, which also has a pretty nice update. For my favorite here is the random soulstone ticket that is decreased from 15k to 5k now, making it a lot more accessible. I really like these, especially on my alts, which still need a lot of soul weapons. On my main it's a bit less interesting, but also the soul weapon rearrange tickets and the Technomagic skill reforce tickets are going down in price. I pretty like these two. And then of course you can get, I don't think the random tickets are really that much worth. Yeah, maybe the unique gear ticket, that's halved in price, so that's pretty good, I think, so that can be useful. And then there is some motion display issue that is being fixed in the patch. So all in all, mostly just quality of life updates and the new challenge rate with these badges, badge things that are being added. Not a terribly big thing. Now let's move on to the events, and especially the Juno event. Let's see how that actually works out. So as said, we are having this event starting now, and it will last for 2 weeks. So we start with 5 keys and 3 story dungeons, after which you can do the special dungeon. You get 1 key each day, and you cannot go above 5. And this will give you 1 type of accessor or ingredient, this 2 ingredient, which you can use to buy the first section of the shop, which will have these items. Transcendence points, 2 artifacts, darkness costume, unique treasure ticket. They do say event artifact, piece, reforce ticket, stamina potion. So these are the things that you can get. Yeah, that's fairly normal. And then there is the special dungeon, which will give you King Slime Gelatin 6, 7 or 8 depending on the difficulty. And it's worth to note that while in stamina wise the 8, the stage 3, which gives 8, is the most worth, if you are literally swimming in stamina, you might be better off with stage 7, because with the last event stage 8 was a lot slower than 7, and if you have more stamina to burn, then 7 will give you more results. So if you are stamina limited, then you should just go for the most efficient one. But this is something you can consider, how fast you clear stage 7 and how much stamina you have compared to stage 8. So that's something to consider. Now let's see the rewards for the stamina section. Juno special dessert, Technomagic skill reforge ticket, Technomagic gear upgrade stone ticket box, and memory fragments, which you can get a lot of. Now something to consider here is this event artifact. You can see it here. So upon taking a hit, there is 20% chance to increase all damage the target takes by 10%. So nowadays there are so many other artifacts to use in PvE, especially scoring content, that as far as I'm aware, most teams do not use this anymore, because you just can't fit it into your teams anymore. And this takes you 2000 gelatins, which according to my calculations should be 25k stamina spent just for this one piece. So that might not be worth actually getting. I will personally skip this one. I don't want to spend stamina on this one. Now the other thing is that these two might be good skill reforge tickets, but you will need to spend a lot. And the memory fragments, so these are for the random unique treasure tickets. Now one thing to note here is the price is now 10 of these for 15 gelatins. So with the chicken things in the previous event for the random unique weapons, it was a one-on-one trade as far as I recall. Here they have upped the price to 1 for 1.5, so that's quite an increase. And you also have to consider that while random unique weapons can be grinded for 250 fragments, unique treasures only grind for 200 fragments. Thanks for the reminder, Jon, by the way. And that means that this part of the event is a lot less worth than it was with the other one. Yeah, so that's kind of a dick move from Vespa, if you ask me. I would have preferred them to just keep it at the same rate, especially because unique treasures are a lot more in need than unique weapons, in my opinion. But yeah, I think that's all about the Juno event. Let's see what other stuff we have in store in terms of events. So if we move over to the events tab, there is also already one that will start on Tuesday after the maintenance and will go for 2 weeks. spend daily 500 stamina, which will give you back 500. Do this 5 times daily for, or you mean 5 days in a row, and you will get one of these all-in-one summons, and for 7 days you get the Vel'Khazar artifact ticket, which is quite nice. It kind of makes me wonder though that Vespa has been giving out so many unique weapons and unique treasures lately, along with a lot of artifact stuff. There will be some event artifact stuff in the shop too, and here this is like the second time we are getting Vel'Khazar stuff, so I wonder if they are just like trying to make everyone catch up, or if this gear is being planned to be made obsolete in 킹스레이드 2, which should be hopefully around the corner. Not in September, but maybe October, November. I don't think they can stretch this out much longer because people are really getting bored of the game, and that's not good for them. But I do wonder if they are being so generous with these to appease people for the long wait, or because those gears are planned to be made obsolete in the first place. Like if you think back in the days when they gave Manticore gear as almost free to everyone, and then Technomagic gear was introduced and it just became dead and nobody wanted it anymore. So yeah, we'll see how that turns out. But moving on with the event stuff, there will be increased gold and experience drop from certain contents. This will go until the 5th of September. Stockade of course is included, which is really good because you can use your gold boosters and XP boosters, and this will stack with those of course, so that's quite nice. The weekend sale buff event will be there of course, so this is a good time to be like transcending your heroes. That's the main part for me, I think. You can see which buffs are applied. For 2 days we will have the Talisha dungeon burning time, so less stamina used for the ether farm mainly, or at least that's what I would be using. Also, I never really looked at the ethers showed here. Someone pointed out that they are showing red, which you cannot obtain from the event, and they feel cheated about this. Yeah, whatever, I never really looked at this picture. And then we are getting some bonus guaranteed legendary gear drops, which is not that interesting, and raid coin bonus drops, so if you want to find farm raids, that can be useful too. For me it's mainly the increased gold and XP, which can be good. And then finally let's move on to the shop. Let's see what we have there. So here we are with the shop. As always, the list of the shop is longer than the other pages combined. Let's just scroll through the less interesting parts. You guys can, I haven't really seen anything that I would think I want to buy for real money, but this also always depends on the prices. Let's see what else we have. Do we have anything for rubies? So we do have arrived at the ruby section. Protection of the God King for 1k rubies, 1 extra selector. I do like this because selecting soul weapons is usually not a bad deal. Also 1 extra slate of trial, 800 rubies. I think this is worth it since soul weapons is still one of the most gated content of the game. So 800 rubies is actually less than what you need to pay if you do the weekly 1k reset, so that's quite nice. Now there is a new stuff, again, Revolution Down, up combo 1 to 5. So I think this name is now returning a lot in the shop, so I wonder if this is like leading into 킹스레이드 2. Maybe this is Revolution Dawn will be like something, the subtitle of KR2 or something like that. I have a feeling it will be. Now this one is a step up summon kind of thing. You pay 3k rubies each, and each time you will get a bit more ruby event artifact pieces and some mileage for it. So this is 15k rubes, and if I am not wrong, this is 2.5k event artifact tickets. So that's not too bad. 15k rubes for 2.5 event artists. That's cheaper than usually what an event artifact selector is selling for. And then there is a down combo of this one, Revolution Down, okay, which goes 30,000 rubies in total, and each step will give you 1k event artifact tickets and the corresponding mileage points to go with. So in total 30,000 rubies for 5,000 event artifacts. So if you add these two up, then that's 45k rubies for 7.5 event artifact selectors. I mean, that's not bad. I guess if you have a lot of rubies to spend, then event artifact tickets are rare to get and still very useful both in PvE and PvP, especially. Like those Christmas ornaments are super powerful and well liked by a lot of people, so could be worth investing in one or the other depending on how you wanna go. And then one other news is that they are ending the daily ruby 30 days and daily ruby 30 days, and there will be like a daily ruby 7 days package that you can buy in the subscriptions period. I don't know yet whether this will be worth or not. I guess we'll find out. I haven't really seen anything else that I found interesting in the shop, but I guess we will see when the game comes online. So that's the gist of the update. Some quality of life changes, new challenge raid with some improved rewards, which is quite nice, and the badges in the shop. So that's it, guys. Let me know what you think. We will find out how the game looks like in a couple of hours, and until then, this has been Cloudie, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.